Good morning and welcome back to The Point for Tuesday, September 5th. We hope you all had a great weekend and a great holiday. Before we dive into the news, just wanted to give everyone a quick shout out to listen to our new podcast called The Millennial Capitalist, where Brad offers, 3 to 5 minute audio clips to help everyone on their everyday financial needs, such as investing, insurance, and basically anything with general finances, and will answer any questions you may have on saving and growing the money in your pocket and helping you reach your financial goals. In news, we see the U.S. markets are kicking back up after the extended weekend, although futures are pointing to a lower start as North Korea threats third on Sunday, Harvey's aftermath is assessed, and we prepare for another hurricane in the southeast. The British economy slowed, especially in services such as hotels and restaurants, as household spending continues to drop. The FTSE index fell lower this morning, though a 4.4% gain in Germany kept the Stocks Europe 600 index steady. Markets in Asia dropped 0.6% on Monday, though seemed to calm overnight with inconsistent results. Japan lost almost 1%, while others fluctuated between losses and gains, staying relatively unchanged. United Technologies has agreed to buy Rockwell Collins for $23 billion as they attempt to better position themselves in the aircraft parts industry to compete with Boeing and Airbus. Europe's largest toy maker, Lego, plans to cut 8% of its workforce as they battle weak demand and large drops in sales. And banks are boosting their surveillance to cover more employees after the recent scandal at Wells Fargo. It was said that 3.5 million false checking accounts were opened as they were slapped with a fine of $185 million. 10-year treasuries dropped 3 basis points to 2.13%, while yields in Britain held relatively steady as German bonds stayed below 0.4%. Crude oil saw a large bounce back after its recent decline from Hurricane Harvey, adding 1.4% to almost $48 per barrel. Gold stayed steady and remains up 15% on the year, while copper added 1.5% to its highest point in 3 years. The dollar dropped a bit lower, as did the euro, while the pound and yen saw solid gains. And Bitcoin took a tumble after China declared that initial coin offerings were illegal and asked all fundraising activity to be halted immediately. It fell as much as 11.4% and are deemed a threat to China's financial market stability. President Trump agreed to support billions of dollars in new weapons sales to South Korea after Kim Jong-un's latest nuclear launch. They plan to launch an intercontinental ballistic missile before Saturday, as Japan plans to evacuate its 60,000 citizens in South Korea in case of a response strike. Monetary announcements are plentiful this week and will be watched closely after a weak jobs report on Friday. Economic data to be produced includes durable goods, trade balance, while there's an important speech from European Central Bank President Mario Draghi as they make a decision on interest rates on Thursday. In sports, we saw Justin Thomas defeat good friend Jordan Spieth on the back nine of TPC Boston to capture his 5th win of the season and advance to second in the FedEx Cup standings as the final 70 get this week off before heading to the semifinals the week after. Jordan Spieth leads the FedEx Cup race, while Dustin Johnson sits in third. College football returned over the weekend with Florida State and Alabama hosting the first marquee game of the year as the number 1 seeded Tide defeated number 3 seeded Florida State to hold their position in number 1, although Florida State did lose their quarterback DeAndre Francois for the season. And as NFL season creeps just 2 days away, Brock Osweiler returns back to Denver while Ezekiel Elliott's status still remains unknown. That is it for us today on The Point for Tuesday, September 5th, and we will see you tomorrow.